Hello, friends, and welcome to the Follow the Moon Challenge. My name is Alice in Wonderland, and I'm a little bit obsessed with the moon. If you're new here, that's okay because this 2026 Follow the Moon Challenge is going to be unlike any other moon challenge because all of the moon cycles in 2026 are slightly shifted and different from what they usually are. We always do this challenge in Aquarius season because Aquarius helps us to think about things differently and to think outside of the box. So it's a perfect time to learn something new about the moon. So I think we're all going to learn something new together about the moon, myself included. I think this challenge is going to be really interesting. So whether you've done the challenge before, I think this is going to be something new and exciting. And if you haven't done this before, then of course it's going to be new and exciting. So I'm really excited to jump into today's video. Know that we are premiering them live every day for 30 days at 11 a.m. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video. Hello and welcome to day 3 of the Follow the Moon Challenge. This morning we have a waxing crescent Pisces moon, and then later this afternoon we're going to have a waxing crescent Aries moon. So we are going to talk about the void of course time today. The void of course time for today, you'll see VOC at 10:22 a.m. to 2:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is when the moon is transitioning in between zodiac signs. I cannot discover what rhyme or reason the moon has for taking a different amount of time every time it transitions. I really have no idea what that reasoning is, but we always have a void of course time. Sometimes it's a few minutes, sometimes it's a few hours, and it can go all the way up to, I've seen a 24-hour transition time. So like I said, there's no rhyme or reason to it, but it happens every time the moon changes from one sign to the other. And to be quite honest, we have a lot of longer void of course times this moon cycle. So we're going to be talking about void of course a lot during this challenge. And I think it is really good for learning the energies of the sign, because I do find that there's more of like an absence of an energy. So when the moon shifts into Aries, you might be able to feel it. So pay attention to these void of course times and see if you notice the difference between the Pisces and Aries energy. So if you're really interested in Pisces energy, go back and watch day 2's video where we did a deep dive on Pisces energy. I'm going to hold off on talking about Aries energy until tomorrow's video. But if you really want to tap into Pisces energy, especially because we are in Pisces sun season right now, and our next new moon will be in Pisces. So if you just want to like kind of prepare yourself for that, the deep dive on Pisces is in yesterday's video for day 2. So I mainly want to talk about the elements today. Because we're transitioning from one element to the other, I really want to emphasize that this, other than getting to know the season of each of the zodiac signs, getting to know the element is the next best thing to truly understanding the zodiac energies. There are 3 zodiac signs that are the water element. We have Scorpio, which is a fixed sign, which happens in the middle of fall during Halloween season. Cancer is a cardinal sign, meaning it initiates us into a season, and in its case, that is summer. And then we have the mutable sign Pisces, which is here at the end of winter, so it's transitioning us from one season to the next. Apologies for not having a better graphic for this image here, but this is a list of the 12 zodiac signs with their elements. So as you can see, the sequence always goes from fire, earth, air, water, back to fire again. So this means that like we always have a water day that will transition to a fire day. And I'm not really sure what the reason for that is, but how I've kind of worked with it, I really find that when we have a fire day, we feel motivated and activated to do things. We want to take action on a fire day. And then earth comes immediately afterwards to help slow us down. Earth reminds us to come back to our body and reminds us that like we have to have our body to take these actions. So we have to take care of it. We have to slow down. We have to nourish it. We have to make sure that we have just our basic needs met so that we can sustain the action that fire activated within us. Then, with too much earth, we can find ourselves getting stuck or bogged down. So then the air element comes in and brings us back up from the ground to our brains, to our heads, to our thinking, to our thoughts and wisdom. And then sometimes if we have too much air, we're thinking too much, we're overthinking, we're causing anxiety, and then we have the water element come in to help us release those emotions, to release that energy, to cleanse and clear. Our emotions also inspire action too. So then that comes back to fire and taking action and feeling activated. Our fire signs are Sagittarius, which is our mutable fire sign that transitions us from fall to winter. Then we have Leo, our fixed fire sign in the middle of summer. And then we have Aries right after Pisces season. That is our cardinal sign that initiates us into spring. I really love the transition between Pisces and Aries. I really love Pisces energy. It's spacey, it's dreamy, it's my rising sign, and I really feel like it's important for everybody to kind of hang out with their rising sign every now and then as like a way to kind of come back to yourself, to check in with yourself. So I really love allowing that time when the moon goes through Pisces to just be in Pisces energy, to do, journal and play with my tarot cards and to sleep in and to feel my feelings and to play with my tarot cards and to just kind of hang out in the subconscious for a few days. But then when we move into Aries and that fire and that action, I feel it's like taking a shot of espresso. I feel so like recharged because I hung out with my rising sign, and then I'm able to just get all of the things done that I need to get done because I enjoy getting things done. I feel good about myself when I'm able to check things off of my to-do list. But Pisces doesn't really work on a timetable. Water flows. There is no rhyme or reason to it. So I like having this kind of kick in the pants when we move into Aries to like get going, to get moving. I like to run around and do errands on Aries days because I just have, it really is like taking a shot of espresso. You just have more energy, and spring is that like jumping off of the finish line, the like, let's go. Let's do this thing. So if you're watching this when the video premieres at 11 a.m., check in with the energy and see how you feel. Do you feel the absence of Pisces or Aries? And think back to maybe around like 9 o'clock this morning. Could you feel the Pisces energy? And then set a reminder for sometime after 2:40 to see if you can feel that fire energy ignite. Thank you so much for joining me for day 3 of the Follow the Moon Challenge. Let me know in the comments which of the fire or water energies you are feeling by putting some sort of water emoji or a fire emoji. Let me know which one you are kind of feeling more today as we're in this kind of transition void of course day. Tomorrow for day 4, we are all fire and all Aries. So get your engines running, wear red, get your fire energy going, and we'll see you tomorrow.